Old cars, the best rum, and the best cigars. That's Cuba and salsa music.
Since 1990, Cubans haven't been able to afford basic necessities with their income.
The country's in economic ruins.
We're lining up hoping to get something.
Our model of socialism hasn't worked.
They're supposed to be selling chicken here. We've been in line since yesterday to get some. When the store opens at 9, everyone knows where their place is in the line. Things are bad. Anything else would be a lie.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. A year ago, the Cuban government decided it was time to fix the country's economy. The economy ministry came up with a plan.
We decided to eliminate one of our two currencies and to stabilize the exchange rate at 24 pesos to $1. This restructuring was necessary and it required some economic adjustments. That's why we also had to increase salaries and pensions.
That's what happened in theory, but not in practice. Cuba still runs on 2 or even 3 currencies. There's the Cuban peso at the official rate and at the black market rate, which gets you almost 5 times more pesos. Inflation is constantly rising. The dollar stores of the old days have returned. These shops only accept foreign currency and bank cards. They don't take cash. It's the Cuban people who are paying for this financial chaos.
It resulted in the population getting significantly poorer. Real wages fell, even though nominal wages were increased. Purchasing power has gone right down.
Limes are sold per piece. It's expensive to get them in from the countryside. My prices are high because everything is more expensive now.
I hope things will get better. As Cubans, all we can do is hope that one day things will be the way we want.
There have always been crises, some big, some small. We've always had them.
Which was worse?
This one.
Sometimes they lie right to our faces, but the people believe it less and less. People realize that the official talk is nothing but lies, but they say nothing. Cuba is a country of pretenders. The people are suffering, but they laugh about the situation.
These cars came here before the revolution. Now they're part of Cuba's cultural heritage. There's an old saying, necessity gives birth to baby boys. It's absolutely vital to keep the cars running. So we've had to be inventive. Whenever there's a problem, we have to solve it using Russian or German parts. Sometimes the cars have parts from God knows where. This is a 1955 Chevrolet. It has a Mercedes-Benz engine from 1980.
Del Mercedes-Benz del año 80. Todos los choferes
All of us drivers are also mechanics and electricians. We've always had to figure out how to fit the parts together.
Meterlo, cambiar. Esta parte
The engine compartment had to be expanded from the inside with a hammer. The new engine had to fit, otherwise it would have stuck out this far.
Didn't they have the oil you wanted to buy?
No. We struggle to get products here. Freedom is good, but it doesn't fill your stomach, right?
When's your birthday?
In December, I'll be 103.
103? Then we will definitely celebrate with a bottle.
Great, then I'll keep going.
103. You're still a youngster.
As long as you like women, enjoy it. Once you're old, you can't.
Esplanada Malecón is the most romantic place in Havana.
We made very little money. When people go to a restaurant, they just talk among themselves or spend time with their family. We don't make much.
Products that are in short supply, chicken, meat, lots of things. The butchers have no beef. Now there's not even milk. Not even for people with diabetes. Milk is important. We always used to have it. There's a shortage of many things. Right now, there's some oil. There's also plenty of chicken at the moment. There are times when everything seems fine for a moment, then you go back to having nothing. It keeps happening over and over again. It's a struggle to survive. In this country, you can't say the truth out loud. If you do, you could end up in prison. If you tell the truth, you can be locked up for 10 years. Lots of people are too afraid to speak.
Hunger.
Say that you love Fidel.
People have been so instilled with fear over the years that they're too afraid to do anything. They're like animals that have lived all their lives in captivity. When the cage is opened and they can see the forest, they don't know what to do. They want to go back to where they at least had food and water. They won't risk going free. They'll stay in captivity. According to the media, everything's perfect. Sometimes there's a bit of criticism, but year after year they keep telling us that things are getting better. Almost no one believes it anymore.
I can't afford tomatoes. I don't eat tomato salad anymore. How much were your tomatoes?
80 pesos.
See? 80.
Not all shortages are caused by the embargo. We simply don't have enough cash. We import milk powder from New Zealand and other far-off countries. The problem is partly caused by supply chains. Sometimes the ships get held up. At this very moment, we have lots of container ships stuck in ports. Then there are problems we have to solve ourselves. Our production chains aren't working. Sometimes we have the products, but problems with logistics. Distribution chains don't always work. That can lead to situations like this one.
We have to rely on the black market because we can't survive by legal means. I just took my 2 children to school. I had to pack food for them. The school gives out lunch, but no breakfast or snacks. It's the same thing every day. The ration card gets you 1 loaf of bread per person. The rest has to be bought on the black market. Let's see if they have any sausage or mincemeat.
What's the price difference between here and the black market?
It's 3 or 4 times the price. 2 kilos of chicken cost 90 pesos here and 350 pesos on the black market.
It's weird to call it a black market. It's a normal market. In stores, there's next to nothing. What really happens is you shop for overpriced goods at the market. For years in Cuba, we've had this culture of surviving through unofficial trade. Officially, it doesn't exist, but everyone knows about it and has to shop there. Even the authorities shop at the market for things you can't get anywhere else. They exchange money and buy things like milk powder for their kids. The list is endless.
Sometimes we wait in line for a couple of days and there's no chicken, nothing. Once a month there's soap or shampoo. We get what we get. You never know. It's really hard to get coffee. We only get it every now and then.